everyone, how are you doing today? In today's video, I would like to show you the Christmas sweater I decided for this year. Here's what I have. Ta-da! It's a very simple but sophisticated pattern. First of all, we have this cupcake-like or crown-like chains that goes like emboss that goes on top of the double crochets, and then I added some popcorn stitch, and also as I was crocheting along, I find it a little bit boring with only the cupcakes and the popcorn, so I added a bow stitch. Look, so this bow stitch is so pretty. Yeah, but anyway, this is the sweater. I'm almost done, and I would also have a written pattern on my blog where you can just follow along, because I've never really actually write a pattern before, so it's not a very professional one, but I'm sure if you have like some kind of crocheting level, and it's easy to understand. I would consider this sweater as an intermediate level, because like I said, it's a little bit complicated when it comes to the stitches. The sweater is worked in rounds. I started this ribbing all around and then sew it together, and then it just works in rounds. And then when you come to the sleeve, what do you say that? Yeah, when you come to the sleeves, you just work back and forth in the front piece and then the back piece, and then you have the sweater. Yeah, okay, without further ado, I will just show you how to do the basic stitches and the bow stitch, and I hope you like it. Okay, first of all, we'll use a 4mm hook for the ribbings. Because the body and the sleeves are worked almost the same, it's just the difference is just with the stitches. So here I'm going to show you how to do the sleeve, but when you do the body, it's pretty much the same. For the sleeve ribbing, we'll chain 9 and then half double crochet from the second chain from hook. We'll make 8 half double crochets in total. For row 2 is chain 1, turn, and then half double crochet along until you reach the end. Basically, it's the same with the row 1. Row 3 is a little bit different. First we chain 1 and turn, then we insert the hook into the first loop of the stitches. That's the front loop, half double crochet. We'll make 7 of this and then half double crochet on the last stitch. Then just repeat row 2 and row 3 until you have your desired length. For the body, I made 116 rows, and for the sleeves, I made 24 rows. My size is S, so you can adjust based on your measurements. Here's how the ribbing looks like when you finish. I think this ribbing is very special because the braids on top of it is pretty clear, and it's different from the normal ribbings. So you just sew them together and form a ring. Starting with the first row, we'll switch to a 5mm hook. We attach yarn from the seaming, and you do single crochets evenly along the ribbing. For the body, I made 144 stitches, and for the sleeve, I make 32 single crochets. As the stitch counts for the main patterns are multiplied by 8, so here I'm all using a multiplied of 8 stitches. After finish the row 1, just slip stitch to join and then start row 2. For row 2, we'll do double crochets. The chain 2 at the beginning counts as 1 double crochet. We also need to do some increases in this row. For the sleeve, I increase every other stitch, and for the body, you can just calculate and distribute the increase evenly. The stitch count should always be a multiplied of 8. Switch color from row 3 and we'll start to make these cupcake stitches. One thing to keep in mind is that you always start the row from the seaming stitch, which for the sleeve would be the center of your armpit, and for the body it would be the side of your body. We attach yarn and make 1 single crochet on the same stitch, and then 2 single crochet on the next 2 stitches. Then we'll chain 7, skip the next 3 stitches and single crochet on the next 5 stitches. Then just repeat the chain 7, skip 3 and single crochet 5 until you reach the end of the row. After the last 2 stitches, use the seamless method to weave in all the ends. I am using this method to weave in all the ends for this sweater. On row 4, we are basically doing 5 double crochets on the single crochets from the last row and triple crochets on the 3 skipped stitches. Again, we attach yarn on the same stitch, which is also the center of your underarm or the side of your body. Then we chain 2 as 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet on the next 2 single crochets. Then yarn over twice and make 3 triple crochets on the skipped stitches from the last row. Then 5 double crochets again and 3 triple crochets. Repeat until you reach the end of the row. On row 5, we switch color again and also attach yarn from the same stitch. You can also place a stitch marker like I did here. We attach yarn and make 1 single crochet here. Then we'll chain 7, skip the next 3 stitches, insert your hook into the center of the chain 7 from the previous row and also the next stitch together, and then make a single crochet. And this is how we fix the position of the chains. Now again, we'll chain 7, skip 3 stitches and single crochet on the next one, and then chain 7 and again single crochet in the center. Just repeat until you reach the end. Row 6, we start from this single crochet again, and we'll chain 2, work as a double crochet, and then triple crochet on the next 3 stitches. Then we'll make a double crochet on the single crochet from the last row and 3 triple crochet again. Repeat until you reach the end of the row. Now we've come to row 7. For row 7, it's basically the same with row 3. But because we want to make the cupcakes look more like a cupcake, the position of the 5 single crochets will be different from row 3. So as you can see here, I did not align them together, but put them separately. So because we are skipping this center stitch, we are now moving the starting stitch to here. You can move it forward or backwards, it's all up to you. But I moved it backwards in here. Insert the hook into the center of the chain and also the center of the 3 stitches behind. We attach yarn and make a single crochet. Chain 7. Then single crochet onto the next top. Then we'll make 4 single crochets here. Then we just repeat the chain 7, 5 single crochet until we reach the end of the row. Row 8 is pretty much the same as row 4, but we're just moving the starting stitch to the center stitch we have marked. Chain 3 works as a triple crochet, and then we triple crochet on the next one and double crochet on all the single crochets. Repeat the sequence of 3 triple crochets and 5 double crochets until we reach the end of the row. Now we've come to row 9, which is the super cute popcorn stitches on top of the cupcakes. According to the plan, we should start on top of the cupcake and make the popcorn stitch. But I don't want to start the row with the popcorn stitch, so I move 1 stitch backwards. To start, we attach yarn and make 1 single crochet. Then insert hook to the center of the chain and then also the next stitch, and we'll make 5 double crochets on the same stitch. Then you insert your hook into the first double crochet and then back to the last one and yarn over to form the popcorn. Depending on what side you're facing, when you do the popcorn stitch, you can insert the hook from the front or from the back. Here, because we are facing the right side, so I'll just insert it from the front. Then we'll make 7 single crochets. So for this row, we're just making 1 popcorn stitch on top of the chains and then 7 single crochets and 1 popcorn until we reach the end of the row. We attach yarn on top of the popcorn stitch. For row 10, we'll make extended double crochets. First we chain 2, which works as a double crochet, and then we yarn over, pull through the first loop, then pull through the 2 loops, and then the last one. This is how to make an extended double crochet. I chose this stitch because it looks better than a double crochet and also adds a little bit length to the piece. But if you don't feel like it, you can just make a regular double crochet. When you finish row 10, you basically finish 1 cupcake pattern. So for this sweater, I basically repeat the cupcake pattern 2 more times before I switch to the bow stitch. You can also switch color as I did here. When you work on the body piece, you need to start splitting for the armhole from row 26. That is the last extended double crochet row from the cupcake pattern. And because we are no longer working in rounds, so when you split, you can add 1 more stitch to the front and the back. That means you can have a total stitch count of multiplied by 8 plus 1. And before we work on the bow stitches, we need to decide how many bows we need and where are we putting them. For each of the bow, it will take 2 stitches, and we need to calculate from the center of the body. So with 80 stitches for my body part, I make 5 bows. Here I recorded how I made the bows on the body part. First we switch color and then turn and single crochet until you reach the first bow location. I have 13 single crochets for this part. Now we start to make the bow. First we chain 6. Then we make 4 single crochets from the 3rd chain from the hook. That is 1 tail of the butterfly. Now we'll make another chain 6. And again single crochet from the 3rd chain from the hook and make 4 single crochets. Then you have the 2nd tail from the bow. Now after that, we'll chain 21. Starting from the second chain from the hook, we'll make 1 single crochet, 2 half double crochets, 4 double crochets, then 2 half double crochets, 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets. So basically it's like this wavy stitches, so you can have the wider side of the bow and then the knot of the bow. When you finish all the stitches, join with the first single crochet with the slip stitch, and we can form the bow now. Then we skip the next 2 stitches and then single crochet on the 3rd stitch and until you reach the next bow location. To make a complete bow, we will be doing the single crochets in the next row to fix this bow like this. And after that, you have this very cute little bows on the sweater. Now let's continue and finish this row. Now that we have all the bows ready, and we'll continue with row 31. First we chain and then we turn and single crochet until you reach the bow. And if you're working on the sleeve, you don't have to turn at all, just because we are always working on the right side. Okay, now we have reached the bow. First of all, we'll have to shape the bow to make it like a real bow. And then we just single crochet around the bow on the 2 stitches we skipped before. Just like this, wrap over the bow and then make 2 single crochets. After that, just continue making single crochets until you reach the next bow and then do it again. And here's what a finished bow stitch looks like. And just make some adjustments if you need. And now you have these pretty little bows. And now that's all the stitches and patterns I used in this sweater. So after the bow stitch, you can just follow the pattern and make the shoulders and the rest of the sleeve. And you have the sweater finished. There are some details about the sleeve I would like to share. First of all, when I make the bow stitches, I started from the center of the armpit as usual, but because this part is where our arms and our body connects, so I didn't make a bow here, and I just count the stitches and I make the bows on both sides and the front side. So in total I make 3 bows. when you do this, you also have to consider the mobility of the sleeves, and I increased a few, I think 16 stitches here in total, because when I leave the hole for the armhole, there are 64 stitches in total. So I increased the sleeve to 64 just to match with it, and also leaving more space for our arms to move. Lastly, for the neckline, it's just a basic simple ribbing neckline. I didn't do any modifications, just one row of single crochet and then 3 stitch ribbing. That's it. If you would like it longer, like in a high collar, you can do that. It's just my personal preference to make it lower because my neck is short and I wanna reveal more of my neck to make it look longer. But it's totally up to you. Okay, I think that's all for this sweater. Thank you all for watching. I hope you like it as I do. And if this is the first time you're here, my name is Winnie and I post videos of my handmade garments from time to time. If you like my designs and my videos, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I will see you in my next video. Bye!